Hello friends, I'm Brian, and this is Gizmo Board Games. Today I'm coming at you with the second iteration of What Did I Play This Month? That month being April of 2022. And I'm recording this a little bit early. It is the 28th of April today, as my mom flies in the morning here to Germany, and I'm going to not be recording as much probably the next few weeks while she's in town, but I will try to release a video once a week as planned. I've got some I've already recorded, and then this one hopefully I release this weekend. So, with that said, I've got 31 total games I've played this month. 19 of them are not repeated. I individually played 19 different games and 31 total games, including replays of the same game during the month. And there are 9 new games to me, to include one new, or not to include one new expansion. So basically 9 new games, a new expansion, and then 9 other replays of games I've played previously. And that includes 6 that I played last month. I'm going to give a quick little overview of the newer ones and kind of breeze through the older ones. And then I'm going to try to get this video out and ready before it's time to go get my mom. So, without further ado, here's the 19 new games, or the 19 games I played in April. Starting off with Marvel Fluxx. Marvel Fluxx is a Fluxx game. The game is in Fluxx. It's a dice game where you're drafting cards, or really drawing cards, and you're following the rules that change as the game progresses. So, as you play a card out, it might be you're getting new cards, or you might have to play more cards, or you might be setting a goal that is a victory condition. Or you might be getting the Marvel champion to the floor, to your board, I should say. Now, Fluxx has many different versions. I have 2 of them, Marvel and the Monty Python. And Marvel is just the easier IP to get on the table. And so we played that one this month and had a good time. The second game I played this month is World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King, which is a pandemic-style game based around the World of Warcraft game Wrath of the Lich King, which was the second expansion released for that video game. And this game was a must-buy for me when I got it, and I've played it quite a few times already since it came out in December. And I really enjoy it. I enjoy the IP. I enjoy going around. It's a co-op game, so we're the heroes of Azeroth, and we're trying to defeat the Lich King and his Scourge minions. You're going around just trying to go through various dungeon quests to get those completed so you can take on the Lich King himself and beat his quest to win. And we did no such thing. We lost by quite a bit in this game, and sometimes that's how it goes. The third game is Animals on Board, which is a new to me game. Me and my daughters played this one. It's basically you're just drafting animal tiles off the table and put them on your Ark. The object is to collect either a high-valued solo animal. There are 5 of 12 different animal types, ranging from little babies, which are really cute, to large adults, which are worth more points. And once somebody gets 10 animals, the game ends, and everybody has to discard all pairs of animals they ended up with, because Noah's going to take them on a boat for some reason. But then what if you're left over with is either a solo animal or a group of 3 or more animals. The groups are worth points, the solo animals are worth their face value, and any leftover food you had from playing the game basically is victory points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. And that is Animals on Board. The fourth game I played was it's Flashpoint Fire Rescue. I'm stumbling over my tongue there. Flashpoint Fire Rescue is a co-op game about putting out a fire in a building. You're playing as fireman, and it's a great concept for a game for sure. I really thought the idea behind it was great. I've heard great things about it. Sadly, it just didn't quite work for me. I played it solo, so me, myself, and I were firemen going through the building, trying to get victims out before the building collapsed. And everything about the game should have sparked me, but I don't know, something just felt empty, I think, by the time I got done playing it. And so it wasn't quite for me, but there was one thing I really like about it that I wish more of these co-op style games did, and that is the carryover action points. If you run out of actions you actually want to do, but you have an action point or two remaining that you are authorized, you can actually take a little token and put it on your character card and save it for future use where you'd get those extra actions when they matter. And I really thought that was a great concept. The fifth game I played is Final Girl. I've mentioned this before, I know, but Final Girl is a horror-themed game, solo player, where you are the final girl, and you're trying to escape the big bad, going through a series of actions that are very limited. Your time's limited, everything's limited, but it plays pretty quick. It's real fun. I've lost almost every time, but just the theme of playing that final girl and trying to get out past the big bad, rebuilding a horror movie. It's great fun. Solo only game, but I enjoyed it. The sixth game is another solo only game, and that is Food Chain Island. That's a game I played last month. It's a little button shot wallet sized game for one player, and it's alright. I have it, I'll play it from time to time. Next one is another button shy game, Sprawlopolis, which is 1 to 4, but I really think it's just pretty much another solo game. I don't really see much value over just playing it by yourself, and it's a game I played last month as well. The eighth game is a new game for me. It's Boss Monster, and this is a game where you are playing a side-scroll type video game, a la like Super Mario Brothers, but you're the bad guy at the end of the dungeon, and you're laying out your rooms to try to lure the heroes with your treasure and then beat them with your traps. And if they get through to you, you're taking damage. But if you can kill them off in your dungeon, then you get the victory points. And whoever has the most victory points after somebody gets at least 10, I think it is, then that person wins. Then you're taking your wounds, off your score at the end. The ninth game I played last month. It's Codenames, and it's just a fun party style game for two different teams just trying to come up with what common words are the one that the person in charge is going for. The 10th one, Libertalia wins a Galecrest. I played this again this month with a new group, I believe again. I'm one solo game, and also have a review for it that I might throw into this video, and I might not, but it's on my channel. Check it out if you want to know more about Libertalia wins a Galecrest. The 11th game is Terra. It's another repeat. It's another co-op, and it's a co-op game that I really enjoy, and we played this with 4 people, trying to get out of the cave alive again, and I think this time we were pretty successful. So nice change of pace to feel like a almost full-on victory, because it's rare that you get a victory, which is getting a certain number of players out, much less a good victory, because someone's pretty much always left behind, if not everyone. The 12th game is Azul. This is a game I've heard a lot about and been really looking forward to trying to get to play, and I finally got my hands on it and did what everybody seems to do, and that's play it again and again. It's really fun. It's not my style. Typically, I'm not big onto abstract games, but this one hit the right notes of kind of not feeling like an abstract game. And it looks good on the board. It's just real easy, real quick to play. We played it multiple times. And probably it's something I'm going to add to my collection. The 13th game I played in April is Concordia. It's one of my favorite games. I played it last month, and I was happy to play through another teach with a new group of people who also seem to really enjoy it. It's a game that's not easy to learn at first, but once it gets going, I think everybody has enjoyed it. I've taught it to. 14, and this is the one that's got the new expansion of a game I've played before, and it's right here over my shoulder. Isle of Cats. I finally got the Kittens and Beasts expansion on the table, but not the full-blown one. I played this with my daughter. We played the family version, which is a little scaled back from all the components, but we did get the Beasts and Kittens out, and we had a good time getting those on the board, and I look forward to getting the full-blown expansion game out with the event cards and everything else that's new in that big box over my shoulder. The 15th game I played is Potion Explosion. This is a new game that I bought last month as well, and I played it with just my daughter, but pulling out marbles, trying to create explosions, so that way you collect more marbles of the same color and put them on your board. It's not a hard game. I wish I could remember what it's called on on the phone app. Everybody's played it. Some kind of gym, something or other. I don't play many phone app games. But you've seen the style of game, but you're using that to get victory points for potions, and potions you can use to advance your game later, or use against your opponent to steal some of the ingredients from their tableau. We had a good time with that one, and I enjoyed it. I'm not disappointed in the blind purchase of that one either. Number 16, Ark Nova. If you've been around this hobby, you know all about Ark Nova by now, and if you're new to it, check it out. It's the new hotness, and it's well worth it. It takes a long time, but you're building a zoo. You're using your action selection system to pick out the best action for your turn, and you're trying to just get your resources and conservation points to cross, and whoever gets the most points win. It plays a long time, but every minute is worth it. It does not feel like a drag at all. And I have recorded a video review for this game that should be on my channel within the next few weeks, barring any kind of delays of hanging out with my mom. So be on the lookout for my review of Ark Nova, and in the meantime, check out some of the others. The 17th game I played is Mountains of Madness. This is a Cthulhu-style co-op game where you're trying to escape the island, but as you go along, you're getting more and more madness, and madness in this game is in the form of restrictions to what you're able to do during the sharing phase. You get a 30-second window in which you can get cards down to try to meet certain requirements for that turn action, and you need a certain number of victories to get off the mountain successfully. And failures lead to your demise, but you're constantly fighting against your limitations due to your madness cards that you're using, and it's just so much fun. I don't know how much it'll play a lot once you get used to seeing some of the cards come out. You know, it could get pretty old seeing the same madnesses over and over again, I imagine, but it's not bad for pulling out from time to time and kind of doing all the zany things such as high-fiving before you can talk, or in one turn I had to keep my eyes closed no matter what I was doing, and that made it really hard to help out the group. The 18th thing I played is another button-shy wallet game. This is a new one. It's Moving Pictures. I received that just a couple weeks ago. It's a two-player game where you're just building out scenes of a movie, so to speak, but basically you're playing cards down in numerical order from low to high. There's 16 cards, 1 through 16, but you're only going to get 6, 7, or 8 on the board in the 3 rounds. And each round you need them to go in numerical order without speaking, and they all have certain activation abilities when you play them. It's another one of those small game, little filler games. If I find myself, with another person with some time to kill, it's worth playing. But other than that, it's all right. And the final game I played this month, Champions of Midgard. This is one of my favorite games too. It's a worker placement. You're going out as a Viking. You're trying to loot and pillage for your little Midgard village there. Keep the trolls away. I only play this with Valhalla expansion, so I will make that side note. It's all right, base game, but with Valhalla, it really mitigates the dice roll luck, and I'm not a big fan of dice roll luck, so anytime I get a chance to mitigate it, I want it. And for me, that is the Valhalla expansion to Champions of Midgard, makes it a top-tier game. And I was glad to get this on the table for a new group who all seemed to enjoy it once they kind of got rolling into figuring it out. And there you have it. That is the 19 games I played in April, most of which were new, to include the Isle of Cats expansion, but some repeats from last month because that's going to happen when you got kind of a smaller collection and the same group of people who want to either play games they already know or learn a new one from time to time. If you like this video, please give it the old thumbs up. I'd love to see that. Comment below what you played this month. I look forward to reading your comments and hearing more from you. And if you like what I have to offer, check out some of my other videos. Like I said, I got a couple reviews in the works, including Ark Nova, which is new hotness that hopefully I get out in the next week or two for you to enjoy as well, to hear my thoughts and a little bit of a rundown of how to play that one. And if you want to see more videos of what I have to offer, please go ahead and subscribe and you'll get the alert from me. Pretty much every week at this point is my goal. All right, I thank you for watching.